This timeline is getting weirder and weirder. Trump sanctioning the ICC, the International Criminal Court. He accuses it of, quote, illegitimate and baseless actions targeting America and our close ally, Israel, end quote. This is so disturbing that one man can sanction the entire International Criminal Court, but then he himself believes he can do anything without answering to any law. He believes he can do no wrong. This is so dangerous. How much further will this coward and a bully called Trump make people crawl before him? And I mean world leaders cowering before a bully like Trump. Trump is drunk with power, and there's no limit to his depravity. He is bringing heavy karma on America. The thing is, though, that the USA or Israel, none of them are members of the ICC. They don't even recognize its jurisdiction. So I don't know how this sanction is going to work. I mean, what happens if the ICC is watered down because of the influence of Trump? Um, what he wants to do with them. And I mean, America prides itself on being a democracy, or should I say, American politics, and yet they interfere in every country's affair and to its detriment. No one is really safe with Trump in power, to be quite honest. What if he decides to come after a sovereign country and makes or want to make it an extension of America? What cowardly world leaders, or which cowardly world leaders, will stand up to him? What I don't understand is how so many world leaders seem so afraid of him because, in my eyes, Trump is just a pathetic bully. And he goes after the pathetic that like him, who keeps him propped up. You know who we mean, the MAGA, uh, whatever you want to call them, the MAGA Maddies. Now, I was looking at Trump's chart just briefly. I don't want to go too much into astrology, but Trump, he's got Mars on his horizon at birth, which makes him so competitive because of Mars' warlike energy, at least in the negative. Now, this will cause his nature to be heavily influenced by Mars. Now, Mars, all planets, like everything else, have their good side and their bad side. But every influence on Trump seems to magnify and bring out the worst human traits. Trump is actually a harbinger of negative change. Trump, as a Gemini, well, Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and Trump is misusing all that is mercurial. All those executive orders he's been producing, which goes against the laws of care and understanding, orders which, with a stroke of a pen, he changes people's lives for the worse. Mercury is the messenger of the gods, the translator, and the messages that Trump is sending out to the world are all for the unmaking of any good that has gone before. He is unmaking rules and laws. He is reversing good. He is reversing progress. And it can only mean one thing, that in the long run, or maybe not so long run, that is, the downfall of America, the crumbling, the falling down of an empire, Now, Mercury is number five, or ruled by number five. Like the end digit of our present year, 2005, sorry, 2025. Now, I've spoken a little bit about this in another video, but you don't want to mess with five where people's lives are concerned. Five is people, but not only the individual, but large groups of people. Mercury energy, also known as quicksilver, is not to be messed with. As a Gemini sun sign, he is so abusing the cosmic messenger energy, which is Mercury, and as I said, whose number is five, and it will come with consequences. So expect more mass uprisings and larger demonstrations because of his misguided so-called laws and politics. Now, I don't want to make this video too long. There's so much to say. Now, Elon Musk, Trump's partner, was born on the 20th of June 1971, a Cancer sign. Interesting that Trump was born also in June on the 14th. So if you double Trump's day of birth, we get 28, the day of the same month that Elon was born. Just a small tidbit there. So before I go, I just want to briefly touch on Trump's presidential number, and that is 47. So not only is he influenced by his own birth sign, but by this number relating to his presidency. He will be influenced by this number 47 and all that it stands for. So, as the 47th president, 4 and 7 will influence him until he reaches, sorry, 4, yes, um, as 4 and 7 will influence him while he is in power. And this number, oh my gosh, there's such a lot to this number. But 4 and 7, oh, before I go any further, for those of you who are listening, just look at your own age at the moment. So if you're 40, 45, 60, 20, whatever, you will also be influenced by these numbers, the age numbers that you are each year. So if you're 26 now, you'll be influenced by the 2 and the 6, and then the next year the 2 and the 7, and so on. So take note of that, and read up on what the numbers mean of the age that you are at this moment, and it does have a big impact on you. And I might do a video of that at some point. The thing with that though is that where do I start? From what age? It would be quite a lot if I go down the centuries. Starting from maybe I don't know 1940, 1950, and so on. But anyway, that's something I'll think about. So 47, um, as the 47th president. 47 is a prime number, and I think it's the 15th prime number, but it is a prime number. So not only the energy relating to 4 and 7 would be potent around him, but even more so because of 47 being a prime number. And prime is the first, right? It has that energy. So it has prime energy, powerful energy. And because he is agitating all the energies around him and the elements and so on by what he's doing, he could very easily trigger the negative of this number, which would mean fast deluge all across America. Quite sudden and quite more or less unmanageable until it sorts its own self out. So I hope that makes sense. Anyway, I think I will just leave it here for now. And if there's anything that you want me to touch on relating to this, just let me know in the comments. Thanks for listening, Diana. Oh, before I go, not only tsunamis, but massive earthquakes as well. And yes, but also this year I'm seeing the potential for massive earthquakes, which would also trigger tsunamis. So take care, Diana.